Hey, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to take a look at what led to the cancellation of the Cartoon Network series, Camp Lazlo. Today's video was requested by Leaving Irregular. Now, let's get started. Roll the intro.
Attention campers, it's time for Camp Lazlo.
There were two scouts who made a friend, and Lazlo was his name. Oh, L-A-Z-L-O.
L-A-Z-L-O. L-A-Z-L-O.
And Lazlo was his name.
Camp Lazlo was created by Joe Murray. After creating his very own production company, Joe Murray Studios, he developed a television series called ROCKO'S Modern Life for Nickelodeon.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Rocko? Mrs. Bighead?
After ROCKO'S Modern Life, Murray wanted to create another television series. After creating a mini cartoon pilot, Murray would pitch it to Cartoon Network Studios. Later on, Cartoon Network approved the series and ordered 13 episodes.
Just down the road from the quaint little town of Prickly Pines, nestled at the foot of the Pimpleback Mountains, lies Camp Kidney, the idyllic home away from home for the trustworthy Bean Scouts. Here, young tenderfoots are molded into strong woodsmen with knowledge of nature and all she provides. The Scouts learn and play in the perfect environment for growing boys, far from the hustle and bustle of the big city. As we arrive in camp at early morning's light, let's listen as the campers rise in the peaceful quiet to begin the day's activities.
I think I'm going to be sick. Cowboy! Scoutmaster Lumpus, Lazlo's riding old Slewfoot again.
Well, it's always good to start off the morning with some brisk exercise in the yard.
Run for your lives!
He's one happy camper, Camp Lazlo, coming in July on Cartoon Summer.
Camp Lazlo aired on Cartoon Network on July 8th in 2005. The series ran for 5 seasons with a total of 61 episodes. The series follows the adventures of a spider monkey named Lazlo, who is voiced by Carlos Alazraqui. Lazlo attends a summer camp called Camp Kidney. This is where he became friends with an Indian elephant named Raj, played by Jeff Bennett, and a pygmy rhino named Clam, who's also played by Carlos Alazraqui.
Hot dogs do not even need mustard. It is disgusting.
Buns are disgusting and boring.
You think buns are boring? I will show you boring. There is nothing boring about buns. They are a cushiony pillow of love.
Guys, stop it. We're supposed to be best friends.
Throughout the series, Lazlo and his friends get into all sorts of crazy situations at Camp Kidney, like when Lazlo made a blood-sucking sea lamprey his friend when it attached to his head when he was swimming in the lake.
Friends like to see my little buddy Woody hanging oh so mellow. Hoobly hoop and a zingly zee like a heap of jiggly jello. He's so cute, he should have a show on cable. I've got a hunch when we munch on lunch, they'll all want to sit at our table.
Usually in a typical episode, Lazlo is in some sort of conflict with his camp leader, Scoutmaster Lumpus, and Lumpus' assistant, Slinkman, who are both played by Tom Kenny. Wait, seriously?
We interrupt this program.
Yeah, Tom Kenny. I swear Tom Kenny's in everything. There's also other campmates, like Edward played by Doug Lawrence. Edward's kind of a dick, but to be fair, his older brothers are bigger dicks, so that probably just runs in the family.
Can you bring any more shame to our family?
I can't believe we're related.
Oh, Edward, honey, fashion diapers are so last year.
The Jelly Trio can come off as annoying from time to time, but the show's actually pretty fun to watch. The theme song is catchy and easy to remember. I don't know about you, but every time I think of Camp Lazlo, the theme song just instantly plays in my head. Overall, it's just a wacky, fun cartoon show that didn't take itself that serious. There's also this one scene that always made me laugh for some reason. It's where Lumpus tries to eat a steak, and after he takes a bite, the steak just fucking grows.
Are you sure you can eat all that, Scoutmaster Lumpus?
Piece of meat. delicious. Hey, what happened?
It must be the growth hormones.
Here's a fun fact. After the SpongeBob movie, a lot of the staff from SpongeBob went to work on Camp Lazlo. The series won 3 Primetime Emmy Awards and 3 Posanello Awards in a Camp Lazlo video game called Leaky Lake Games for the Game Boy Advance, released in 2006. The series finale of Camp Lazlo, titled Lumpus' Last Stand, aired on March 27, 2008. The episode just seemed like your typical wacky episode of Camp Lazlo. In this episode, Lumpus finds a way to avoid doing laundry by painting on his clothes instead. Fast forward to the end of the episode, where the mayor holds a ceremony in honor of Lumpus' new discovery. Lumpus makes a speech, and then it starts to rain, and then this happens.
Hey! He's Nick! Now what are we gonna do?
After that, a police car and an ambulance shows up, and an angry and shaven familiar character gets out and explains that he's actually the real Scoutmaster, and Lumpus is actually an escaped mental patient.
That's him, officer! That's the bad moose who locked me in the closet all summer and stole my job as Scoutmaster. He fooled all of you. He's an imposter, a fake, and worse, he is no Scoutmaster of Camp Kidney!
I'm a genius, you know! I'm a genius!
Bye, Scoutmaster Lumpus. Get some rest. Boy, what a happy ending.
Lazlo was standing in prickly pines naked, and the moose we thought was our Scoutmaster just got hauled off as a deranged lunatic to a funny farm.
Despite his success in the industry, Murray wasn't doing well in his personal life. Shortly after Camp Lazlo's first season, he suffered a massive breakdown after his second wife divorced him, and he started to alienate himself from the show. Unfortunately, this wasn't the first time Murray had a setback. During the production of ROCKO'S Modern Life, Murray's first wife took her own life. Murray started to blame his work for the destruction of his marriage. On top of all that, Murray claimed that Cartoon Network canceled the show after he refused to appear in the McDonald's advertising commercial. Murray didn't want Camp Lazlo to be used in a Happy Meal, and the only action he could take was refusing to appear in a television commercial. Apparently, Cartoon Network was really pissed that he wouldn't be in a commercial of one of their biggest sponsors, and then magically the show got canceled afterwards. Murray wrote what it was like for him to work at Cartoon Network on his blog post. This is what he had to say.
Had a very different experience on Camp Lazlo than Rocko, and in turn PBS is very different from Lazlo. I started feeling like I had to go through a major life trauma with each show I did, since I dealt with the death of my first wife on Rocko, and on Lazlo, I went through a painful divorce. So far, on Luna, no life traumas, except a big move to Belgium which has been good. But I also didn't feel the connection to my crew on Lazlo like my other 2 shows. Cartoon Network had a very strange vibe as a whole. Different politics. In a way, I was coming in on Jendi and Craig McCracken's turf. Not so welcoming. I admit I made some mistakes during that time, but although I got along much better with the Cartoon Network brass, except for the McDonald's commercial fiasco, than I did with the Nickelodeon of the 90s, it still feels like a bittersweet time. Nobody knows, on any show, what goes on behind the scenes. Does it make for a better show? Or a tougher show to do? I felt on Rocko, and with Luna I had a more committed team to the overall goal of what we were doing with the show. But when it came out on the air, I hope it entertained.
At the time of this recording, Joe Murray has created a new series called Let's Go Luna for PBS. He also wrote some episodes for the Patrick Star Show for Nick. Carlos Alazraqui, the voice of Lazlo and Clam, is voicing the character Asu in the series Road to Vengeance. Doug Lawrence, the voice of Edward, is still voicing Plankton and SpongeBob. Jeff Bennett, the voice of Raj, is voicing Mr. Bernard in the series Presso and the Puppies. And Tom Kenny, the voice of Lumpus and Slinkman. Duh.
Elephant, 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 elephant. Bitch on my tongue like an elephant. Bitch on my dick cause I'm relevant. Bitch on my dick cause I'm elephant. Elephant. Bitch on my tongue like an elephant. Bitch, it don't make any sense, it's irrelevant. No, it's not elegant, not even eloquent. Not to be deep, but I know that you elegant. I'm here for that hell of it, I won't sell a bit. Fuck your bitch for the hell of it.